In this video series, we've been exploring the genre of comics and graphic novels and trying to determine the way in which that genre fits into the larger academic tradition. I have tended to accept the distinction between comics and graphic novels, but I consider them to be part of the same genre. And when comics are actually bound into annual volumes, and you have something that looks a lot like a graphic novel, certainly stands in the middle. So the distinction between the two is not such that we need to talk about two different genres. We've explored the extent to which this is an academic subject. I think it's important in something like this to not simply take somebody's word for it, and not simply take note that this university or that university has a course in this particular subject, but I think we need to lay the foundation ourselves. So we've looked at the ways that this can be, that it fits into the academic setting, and also consider why it has been slower to fit into the academic setting than have been some other genres. And one of the things that we took note of is that one reason it's been slower to be accepted as an academic pursuit has to do with the limitations of academics, not so much with the lack of content or lack of substance in this particular genre. That is because of its interdisciplinary nature. Then it's taken more imagination on the part of the university to know how to put all of this together. I've also argued that comics and graphic novels alone are not sufficient for philosophical study, for study in political philosophy, for study in moral philosophy. Some would disagree with that, and for some it's taught in that fashion. I think that's more acceptable if we're talking about an art class or perhaps a film studies class. I think we are shorting ourselves, however, if we're in a philosophy setting of some kind, in a political science setting of some kind, and we don't put graphic novels and comics in the context of the tradition of philosophy. There's an advantage on both sides to doing that. I mean, it's evident that a lot of the authors of these works are pursuing a certain philosophic theme. Perhaps it's inadvertent, but I think a lot of these writers are a lot smarter than at times they're given credit for. At the same time, this gives us the opportunity to explore political philosophy in a new way. So one reflects on the other. And then the broad benefit of all of that is that we gain new insights, not only into popular culture, but into the moral and political philosophy that forms the framework of our lives together.